to be cleaning up my study space, but it's a little messy because I rarely ever use it. And my bed is my main study space, but it's a little messy now because I just finished my homework. So we're going to be doing my desk and my bed today. But we're first going to start off with my desk because it's the messiest and it will take forever. Maybe not, but it'll take a long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up all the folders and dividers up here. And put them on this bed because my brother and I share a room. So I keep them there. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to gather up all the science worksheets I have. And put them in this green folder because in school we were taught that green indicates world history and science. So I'm going to be using the green folder for my science. So I know that my science stuff belongs in here. So I'm going to make sure everything is right side up. I'm not really going to make sure that everything's right side up now because then I can fix it. I can always fix it again. So I'm going to put it in this little storage area I have. Little storage area I have. So I can easily grab stuff when I'm on the chair. Next I'm going to pick up my math stuff. My math worksheets and items. I may have more, I may not, but so far this is how much I have. And I'm going to use pink because we were also taught in school that pink or red indicates math. So when I look at this, I know that all my math stuff belong in here. And I have a few science stuff in here, so I'm going to go through it and make sure I don't have that many. But turns out I have a lot, not that much. So I'm going to put the math stuff into this pink folder and put it aside for now. Same place I put it my green folder in. And I'm going to take my green folder out so I can put my other science stuff that I found. And I'm going to put it back in here. And prop it up so it doesn't fall. Okay, now since I have all the main mess down, it may be easy sailing from here. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the important stuff, like this worksheets that I got from school. I could use this as a study guide in for the midterms. So I'm going to put this in a black folder so I know that my modules go in here. But first I'm going to make sure everything's in order and that nothing's out of order, so I don't get mixed up and I'm not jumping from subject to subject whenever I study. And this folder go in the same area where I put everything else. Now I have these unfinished work here. I know I have to finish them soon, so I'm going to put them in a divider instead of a folder because I have very limited folders. I'm going to put them in a divider that has pockets. I'm choosing yellow because it's bright and I know that it's important, and bright usually reminds me of something that is important. So I'm going to take the unfinished work and I'm going to slide it in one side of the pocket. Now I'm going to put it in so that this tab will be facing outside. Like that. Now I have these, this copy of a, book report. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since this is a project that I already finished and I have, a copy of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, little, a sheet cover to put it in. So I know that this is my projects and they need to be protected just in case that if I lose one, I have a backup. And I don't want to get my projects damaged. But I already turned this in, but I feel like I should have it so at the end of the year I can see how I progressed. And I'm going to put this in here. In there. And then I have these little notes, like numbers everyone should know, and a little study sheet on the digestive system. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to get a binder from another room. So give me a minute. I don't have a binder, an empty binder, but I do have a binder full of loose leaf paper, and some of the loose leaf paper is already written on. So what I have to do is I have to take out the paper that's already written on and put it in the important divider tab. And it's telling me to write it down in a notebook. So if I lose these papers, I know where to find them. But this paper, it's not really that much written on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the back. So I'm going to keep this paper in here. And I'll put this in here. But I'm not going to keep this first because this is an assignment. These math papers are an assignment that's due. So I'm going to put this behind it, telling me it's not that, behind the pocket, telling me that it's not that important, but I still need to get it done. So I have one side saying that this is important, get this done, while the other side saying this isn't very important, you can take as long as you want to get this done. So I'm going to put this back in. And since I have this binder right now, I'm going to put it aside for right now. And while I was going to get this binder, I found this book that's really empty. So what I could just do is take the cover off and the inside off, since summer's already passed. Take the outside off and the inside off, since summer's already passed, and use it as the note-taking one. The thing I need to put my notes in, but it's not college ruled, but it still might work. I can use it as my work, to share my work on any problems, since my first one ran out. So I'm going to put this here for now. And then I have this numbers everyone should know. I really wish I could put this into a binder, but it isn't hole punched, and I don't want to lose it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little divider here, saying that this is not important, but you should still remember it. This is like my remembering divider. So if there's anything that I need to know or remember, like formulas or something like that, I can always put it in here and look at it later. So I'm gonna put this back in here. And I have a folder that had papers that were written on it, like the formulas for area systems and stuff with work in it. I thought this would be fine because then it would keep random papers off the desk. So this could be like plain papers that are already written on. And so looking at my desk back there too. I have a divider tabs. 2 more divider tabs that I might not use. So to keep them off the bed, I'm going to keep them in that base stadium. So now that I got most of the paper off my desk, I still have a few more. I have this map of my school, this instrument diagram since I'm learning how to play the violin, and this plain piece of paper. So what I'm gonna do is these two are actually quite important to me, and I need to remember both of them. So I will keep them in my remembering tab, which is blue, and blue usually that I should, because most of my urgent notes at school, if there's something urgent, then I usually write them in blue ink or in blue color pencil. But if it's not that urgent, I write in any one. So I use one side for like stuff that you need to know and memorize, and one side for like for something you really don't need to memorize. So this will be here for a long time stuff. So I'm putting this back with the tab facing out so I can grab it easier. And now since most of the stuff is almost out, this plain piece of paper I will put aside so I can put away later. And then I have these notebooks and stuff, and I don't know what I'm going to do with these. So what I'm going to do is, I still have a bunch of room here, so I can keep this as a storing cabinet, or I can clean out one of those drawers and put them in there. But if I clean out one of those drawers, then the stuff in there would have to go in here. So I'm really just converting them. So for now, I'm going to keep them all in here. And these have special reasons too. This one is for like, this one is for like notes. I have random notes in here. I have some work for rational expressions and stuff like that. But I could take these, I can keep these in and just put a sticky note here and use it as something for this course. Or I can little study guide for the digestive system. I used to be obsessed with the digestive system, so I have a lot of study guides on it. And this is blank. Like I said, I was going to take the cover and inside out and stuff like that. But if not, it'll just be my journal of random entries of my day. I have this little everything you need to know about science homework book. This is like a textbook to me, So I'm going to keep it aside for now and put it in the textbook area. So I'm going to take all my textbooks. I have 2 math and one world history. These are all the textbooks that were issued in the year, which was only 4 weeks in. So I'm going to put them like this so I know which one is which. But as you can see, this one's sticking out a little. So the ones that stick out, I usually keep at the top, so it won't be uncomfortable. I also have the sewing machine, but that has to stay there because my mom also uses this place to sew. So that needs to stay there. I have these little books here. So since sometimes my brother comes home without any books from the library, because he's read them all, and these books are some of the books he could read. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to put them on top of the textbooks so they don't take up much space. And my laptop here has a pencil underneath it, and that pencil will go into this craft box. And this craft box will go up here so it doesn't take up much space. This laptop would go right there, so whenever I'm doing something online, I could just pull it forward. I have tissues and paper towels because if something spills over here, I would have that, and I also have this whiteboard that I can't find the eraser. I could just use a spray and paper towels. But right now, I don't. I'm going to keep the whiteboard somewhere safe. So I'm going to keep it aside here. Can't hang it up on the wall. I have this random piece of water that I'm going to drain and throw away. I have this mouse that's pretty much useless, but it could do some things. It could be for a decor or something. This mouse actually works, so I'm going to keep it on, next to my laptop. This is just a little plaything that I could use when I'm stressed out. So I'll keep that up here, like that. And my school has this little fundraiser called Panther Bucks. If you collect a few of these, you can get prizes. So what I'm doing is I'm going to collect a few of these, and by the end of the year, if I enter a raffle, then I might win a monthly prize or something. So I'm going to save these.